Hey guys! So while I was trying to figure out how to change date format to month, day, and year on these game consoles, I just discovered that these consoles have date limitations. So, let's get the video started.
Keep it warm in the winter, keep it cool in the summer, keep the noisy neighbors out, and keep all the comfort in. Get double glazed, you'll be amazed at what Comfort Glaze can do. We're Comfort Glaze for warmer days. We're Comfort Glaze for drier days. We're Comfort Glaze retrofit.
Visit comfortglaze.co.nz.
Oh yeah, I also changed the app icon for Roblox and then new follower called Duolingo. Make sure you follow me on Duolingo too. So first up is the Wii. Now as you can see, the Wii's date limitation is December 31st, 2035. That means on that date, because it will be the date limitation for this Wii. Because when the year turns 2036, the date will still say December 31st, 2035. Because you cannot change the date. So we're gonna do experience try. So let's go and change the date to the day where it's going to have a date limitation. So let's change the date to December 31st, 2035. So look, take a look here. Take a look here. See this? You can't go to 2030. It means that, look, when you set the date, it will go like this. You can't just change to 1999 and you can't go to 2036. So let's do this. And the time to 11:59. Alright, let me zoom in the camera so that you can see the date. Okay. Just over the minute. Look. Watch this as it's going to happen. Watch this. When the clock turns midnight, the date will still say December 31st, 2035. Take a look here. Okay, just wait. Just because you'll see that in a second, the date will never change to 2036, and the clock will be midnight. Okay, so there it goes. The clock turns midnight and the date still says December 31st, 2035. So let's take a look at the Wii message board. See, it says December 35. December 31st, 2035. So that means it's the date limitation for the Wii. So let's see if it's going to, let's check the date. Hold up, let me zoom out. So there it goes. The time will still see this, and the date will still be freezing. So imagine when the date is January 1st, 2036. You turn on your Wii for the first time in 2036, and then you will wake up to that date. And then you guys will go, oh no, the date is wrong, I gotta change it. But when you feel like changing the date to January 1st, 2036, you can't change it. It will go to January 1st, 2000. So, before the year turns 2036, you need a journal book for the calendar so that you can write the date. You can write the date of what you remembered on the Wii message board. When that thing on the Wii message board appears, you gotta use the journal book to write it. You have to, if you have the same date, you have to write it on your journal book, and then when you play the Wii in 2036, you have to write something on, when you see something in the Wii message board, you have to write something on the journal book. So before the year turns 2036, you have to bring the diary, you have to bring the journal book, so that it's the book for the Wii calendar and the Wii message board. So let's go set the date back to its current time. Alright, the time is 6:46 p.m. Just because I want to 6:47 p.m. just because I want to do the correct time, because if I click confirm, it will go into 0 seconds. So I might do the time. Alright, I'm gonna wait till the clock reaches 6:47 a.m. 6:47 p.m. Okay. Okay, we're back in this current date. So because look, once again, before the year 2036, January 1st, 2036, you need a journal book for the calendar, and you have to, when you see something on the Wii message board, when you're playing games like Wii Sports or Wii Sports Resort, you have to write. Yeah, you see something on the message board with the date limitation on the Wii when the year is 2036. You have to write something on the diary book, on the journal book, so you can remember what you did when you're playing your Wii. Because when the date freezes up to December 31st, 2035, it freezes. It will do too many letters for this message board. Because I noticed that Reddit says that the Wii Fit Plus game, the Wii Fit game, can show up to January 2036, while the Wii's date limitation is December 31st, 2035. So I'm going to show you right now. Okay, so you can't just, when you're in this year's current year, you can't just go all the way to October 2026, and you can't go all the way back to 2023. Wait a minute. Oh, you can. So, that's it. That means that the Wii's day limitation goes up to December 31st, 2035, and then you need a journal book. Again, you need a journal book before January 1st, 2036. So, let's move on to the Wii U now. Alright, moving on to the Wii U. I forgot to say something that about the Wii. The Wii's date limitation was December 31st, 2035, because every day in 2036, the Wii calendar will still say December 31st, 2035, because it's their date limitation for the Wii. So let's go to the Wii U. So right now, the Wii U's date limitation goes up to December 31st, 2079. We can't change back to 2011 because 2012, you can only set the calendar on the system settings for 2012 because 2012 was the year when the Wii U came out. So when it turns midnight on January 1st, 2080, it will change the date. But imagine when you had daylight saving time and you changed the clock forward an hour, you accidentally set the date back to January 1st to December 31st, 2079. So let's go and try this. Alright. So you can't see anything on the TV. I only can do it on the gamepad. All right. Why don't you take a look here? Let's look. If I go all the way, if I've been wanting to change the date to 2011, it will go to 2079. Because 2079 is their date limitation and 2012 is the first calendar to only set because 2012 is the year when the Wii U came out. So let's change the date to December 31st, 2079 at 11:59 p.m. But I only can do 11:58 because it takes slow to. I'm too short to see this. All right, we're back in the Wii menu. In the Wii U menu. All right. So let's go and try this. I'll be back in a sec. Alright, just one moment. The Wii U menu is booting. Don't need Nintendo Network. Okay. So look. On this gamepad, you can still see the date saying December 31st, 2079 at 11:59 p.m. So let's just 1 second, please. All right. I'll show you that in the home screen. So look. The date is going to change to January 1st, 2080. And look. Take a look here. It's going to change the date. Look at this. It's going to change the date. So look. The date has already changed to January 1st, 2080 at 12 a.m. So, let's go and check. Okay, so let's just check. Alright. Alright, go to the system settings. Just check how it goes well. Alright. The date was January 1st, 2080 on the Wii U. So look. So the date still says date says December 31st, 2079. And the time is right. But date is being messed up. Alright. Let's try the Wii. Let's go to the Wii mode. Just 1 second, please. Alright, look. As you see in the home menu, the date is January 1st, 2080. Look at this. So, I'm gonna show you in the Wii mode. And the date system setting will still say December 31st, 2079 on the Wii U, while the date is changing. So, look, on the Wii mode, the date will still say December 31st, 2035 because it's the date for this date limitation on the Wii. So here it is. The date goes to December 2035. And unfortunately, you can't just access the date and time on this Wii mode. So look, you only go to this. So the date will still say December 31st, 2035 on the Wii mode. But I am going back to the Wii. I'm going back to the Wii U menu and just to test out if people have daylight saving time on the Wii U, they change the clock forward and back. It's going to change the date. Alright, just imagine when you had daylight saving time, the clock is being wrong and you want to change the time 1 hour ahead, then you accidentally set the date back to December 31st, 2079. Because when you had 1 hour forward or 1 hour back, it's gonna change the date. So look. Alright. Take a look here. If you change the clock 1 hour ahead, it will mess up the date and time. It's gonna mess up the date and time. It's going to mess up the date. When you had daylight saving time, you change the clock 1 hour ahead, and then when you change the clock 1 hour ahead, the date will be changing back to December 31st, 2079. Just take a look here. Yep, see this? The date is changed back to December 31st, 2079. While you had daylight saving time, the date will still be its date limitation. Okay, let's go set the date back to its current date and time. And the time is 7:04. No, I have to do this because it's 7:03 right now, and I have to set the time. I have to click confirm when it reaches 0 seconds to 7:04, because when I confirm the time, it will be 0 seconds. So I'm gonna set the date back. You accidentally set the date back to we use date limitation when you have daylight saving time. Alright. Go. Alright, I set the date back to today's September 17th, 2025. Yeah. Alright. Just one moment, please. Okay, bet. When you had daylight saving time in 2080 with the Wii U, you set the time 1 hour ahead and 1 hour back. It will change the date to December 31st, 2079. Like I said before, you need the journal book to write the date so that you can remember what you had in the Wii message board. And when you're playing like Wii Sports Club, and the date still says it, if you have the current date on the 2080, you have to write it on the journal book, while the date limitation still says December 31st, 2079, and it will change the date to January 1st. So that's the date limitation for the Wii U. Let's move on to the Xbox 360. Alright, finally the Xbox 360. So Xbox 360's date limitation goes up to, hey, cancel. As I was saying, the Xbox 360's date limitation is December 31st, 2025. Right now the year is 2025. Because 2025, this is the last year of the Xbox 360. You can only set the calendar date to this. So let's try doing this. Let's try setting the date to December 31st, 2025. See this? You can't go to 2026 because it only goes up to 2005 because 2005 is the year when the Xbox 360 launched. Wait. Alright, here we go. Whoops. Alright. Here he goes. Now take a look here. The clock goes turn midnight. The clock is going midnight. The clock is going to turn midnight. And then the date is going to change. So let's wait for a second. Let's wait for a second till it changes the time to 12 a.m. Okay, the clock turns midnight. So let's check. See this? The date goes up to January 1st, 2026, but unfortunately, you'll see this freezing when the year turns 2026. The date still says December 31st, 2025. Because it's the date limitation for the Xbox 360. When you turned off daylight saving, then you want to change the clock 1 hour ahead, it will automatically change the day back to December 31st, 2025. Yeah, this is happening all day. That means, again, like I said for the Wii and Wii U, you need the diary book, you need a journal book so that you can write the date to remember what you played on your Xbox 360 like the Wii and Wii U. So in 2025, the Xbox 360 will freeze its maximum date. So let's hope they can change the date automatically. Alright. Alright, hold up for a second. So I'm going to change the date back to its current date. Yeah. This year, on December 31st, the Xbox 360 will freeze the set date to... It will freeze the setting date to December 31st, 2025, while the Xbox 360 changes the date. Yeah, last year the Xbox 360 Marketplace got shut down, so let's change the date and time. Alright. So if I go to this, the date and time is going to change. When you had Xbox Live connected, it will automatically change the date. So that's all these consoles with date limitations. So again, you need the journal book so that you can remember what you can write on your Xbox 360. Oh. Cancel. just because I accidentally said Xbox to activate the microphone. So these consoles go up to date limitation. The Xbox 360's date limitation is December 31st, 2025. The Wii's date limitation is December 31st, 2035. And then the Wii U date limitation goes up to December 31st, 2079. Yeah. It will change the date on the Xbox and Xbox 360, but the Wii can't because it freezes its date limitation. Once again, you need the journal book to remember what you played on the Wii, because when you had this, on 2036, when the day goes up to 2036, then you see something when you recently played it on the Wii message board, while the date still says December 31st, 2035, you have to write it on your journal book to January 1st, 2036. Every day in 2036, the Wii calendar will still say December 31st, 2035. Alright everybody, that's it. I think the Xbox 360 is about to happen this year. It's going to change the date to January 1st, 2026. So, I guess, when they accidentally change the date, I guess it's their time to move on to the Xbox One or the Xbox Series X. Yeah, this is going to happen. Alright, I'm signing off now. See you next time.